Holland has a phenomenal reputation throughout the Army. The Corps of Cadets is getting a great commander and an outstanding leader. So I know that Diana is eager to take the reins, and we're ready for her to get to work. So Diana, as you assume command, if I were to give you one bit of guidance, it would be this: keep the M strong in USMA. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff, we welcome you and the team and look forward to your leadership in the Corps of Cadets. Welcome, Diana. Welcome, Jim. We're glad that you're here. Beat Navy and publish your.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 76th Commandant of the United States Corps of Cadets, Brigadier General Diana M. Holland.
Good morning, Lieutenant General Caslen, distinguished guests, general officers, leaders, staff and faculty, family and friends and cadets of our military academy. Thank you all for being here today. I know everyone is very busy following the holiday season with the transition back from leave back to another academic semester, particularly coming back to this very cold weather. For those of you who came from out of town, thank you for making the trip. It means a lot to Jim and me that you could be here. My gratitude to the entire team for planning and organizing this event. It was not easy given the timing and the holidays, so I really appreciate the extra effort you all put forth to make this so special. Lieutenant General Caslen, thank you for your generous words. Jim and I appreciate the welcome we received from you and your family as we were moving in the week of Christmas. Though, truth be told, it was the venison that ultimately won us over. But seriously, I'm very grateful for the opportunity to work with you. I know I will learn a lot from you in the months ahead. Likewise, the other key leaders, Brigadier General Tim Traynor, Boo Corrigan, and Command Sergeant Major Ripplemeyer, thank you for your hospitality over the last couple of weeks. I look forward to joining such a high-performing team. I'll also thank Major General Thompson and his wife Holly. Of course, they've already moved on to Fort Hood, but they did a superb job transitioning with Jim and me from a distance. They clearly had a positive and lasting impact on the Corps of Cadets and the West Point community. It's an honor to follow in their footsteps. You know, returning to West Point this time has been quite surreal for a number of reasons, not the least of which that it's eerily close to fulfilling my howitzer entry, already mentioned by Lieutenant General Caslen in his remarks. That entry was written by Beth Richards, my roommate of 3.5 years and very close friend. She couldn't be here today, but I can hear her right now shouting from afar, "I told you so." Anyway, this assignment was completely unexpected. In fact, when word first got out, I refused to believe it. Surely there had been a mistake. When I told Jim of the news, he immediately recognized the historic significance and expressed what we both were thinking. You're going to be the first commandant who's too short to see over the poop deck. Well, apparently seeing over the poop deck without a step stool isn't a minimum requirement. So again, it's very humbling to be here, humbling because I'm only here due to the support and mentorship of many, many others and the amazing teams to which I belonged. So I'll start with my first Army team, the class of 1990. Many of them are here today, and I so appreciate your demonstration of support. That sense of teamwork really started the day we came together in 1986. The proud and the mighty proved to be an appropriate motto. I distinctly remember challenging myself to work harder, to be as fast or as strong or as skilled or as smart as many of you. It was a healthy competition that inspired me to be better every single day. But when I wasn't as strong or as skilled or as smart, I could always turn to one of you for help or advice. I'm grateful to know you, to have served with you, and most importantly, to be counted as one of you. I also had the fortune to play on the women's lacrosse team, despite the lack of skills at the start. great friends. In fact, I got to call out two of them who are here today, Debbie Dines and Margaret Manry. The three of us were the co-captains of the women's lacrosse team from 1989 to 90. And I just want to point out that we beat Navy that year. Since graduation, I was fortunate to work with so many impressive leaders. Again, too many to list here, but I do want to highlight some of those individuals who are in attendance today. Lieutenant Colonel John Vickers, my company commander when I was a lieutenant in Germany. Colonel Dan Gray, my battalion commander when I commanded a company at Fort Bragg. A number of people from my second tour here when I taught in the history department, but special recognition to Professors Marcia Fry and Linda Fry, who are good friends to Jim and me and actively supported my academic endeavors, convincing me that scholarship contributes to effective military leadership. Command Sergeant Major Ron Patterson, truly one of the greatest non-commissioned officers in our Army. We were the command team of the 92nd Engineer Battalion at Fort Stewart and a very challenging 12-month deployment to Afghanistan. Lieutenant General Anderson, my boss during another deployment to Afghanistan when he served as commander ISAF Joint Command. Lieutenant General Grisoli, I was his XO for part of his stint as a director of the Army staff. Not only was he the hardest working general officer in the headquarters, which is saying a lot, but he did it with such professionalism, outward calm, and even temperament. What a great role model for all of us who served with you. Now, most importantly, my family. My uncle, aunt, who came all the way from California, brought my cousin Matt from New Jersey. Unfortunately, he is a Navy veteran, but we allowed him to stay in the house last night. Great to have you with us today. My dad and my stepmother who drove all the way from Arkansas. It was my dad who first suggested to me that I consider attending one of the service academies back when they began admitting women. I was only 8 at the time, but remarkably had already expressed a desire to serve in the military, and his suggestion immediately took hold. It was he who dropped me off here almost 30 years ago to become a West Point cadet. I appreciate your love and support for convincing me early on that I could achieve anything. I just had to work hard and treat people right. My husband, Jim, simply put, he is a saint. He has been there every step of the way, and lately that has been quite a path. Most noteworthy, 3 PCS moves in the last 18 months. Now, he prefers to stay out of the limelight, and he doesn't ask for much. Well, he does ask for one thing, and that wherever we go, there is good hunting and fishing. Luckily, the Army has generally cooperated with us on that. But I wouldn't be able to serve the way that I do, with the passion that I do, without your support, your encouragement. I thank you, and I love you very much. In closing, I'm very grateful for this opportunity, first to be part of a winning team that demonstrates continuous excellence and contributes to our nation in such significant ways in times of peace and in conflict. Second, the opportunity to work with incredibly talented young men and women such as those that you find here. They are an inspiration and serve as a constant reminder that the future of our Army will be in good hands. And finally, to contribute to a purpose that is so consequential for our soldiers. Our soldiers who achieve amazing things, overcome incredible obstacles around the world, and make great sacrifices every single day. They ask for very little in return, really only that they be well led. It is particularly gratifying to support a mission that answers that call. For those reasons and then some, I appreciate this opportunity and look forward to working with this team. Thank you all again for joining us today. And go Army, beat Navy.